I was just talking about the latest Baltimore connected football death and where it fit in with Seattle when Sean Dawkins passed. Of course, Sean Dawkins did play for Seattle. He also played for the Colts that began in Baltimore. And there's been a number of Baltimore related deaths since the day Tony Siragusa died, and also Jalen Ferguson of the Ravens dead in that same news cycle. And you might recall that day Jeopardy, the final question was about Edgar Allan Poe, who wrote The Raven. And here we are just days later, and now a former Raven and former Seahawk, Alex Collins, is dead. And if you watched my last video on Sean Dawkins, or pretty much any of my other videos on dead football players, I almost always talk about the same number, and it's 83. And look at this. The Ravens and Seahawks play each other this year, November 5th, play each other every 4 years. But from the day he's died, August 14th, for unknown reasons, to November 5th is 83 days. And again, if you're new here, in Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, Ravens equals 83, murder equals 83, football equals 83. Again, the song Murder by Numbers, where killing is a sport, and it's as simple to do as ABC is 1, 2, 3. That song came out in 1983. August 3rd this year was full of 83 deaths. The actor from Scarface, which came out in 83, died at age 83 on 8/3. What else blew my mind is measuring from the last time the Ravens and Seahawks played each other, the day that Nancy Pelosi's brother died. Again, they're from Baltimore. From that game to November 5th, the day they'll play this year, is 211 weeks. And remember, the Super Bowl this year, upcoming Super Bowl, is on February 11th, 2/11. That's the 42nd day of the year. Washington State, Seattle drafted Alex Collins, is the 42nd state in order of statehood. He has died 181 days before the upcoming Super Bowl, the 42nd prime. Like I said, I mean, as football season approaches, there's going to be more of this news. It's going to be repetitive. It's going to get worse. And it's like this year after year. I don't know how the sports fans don't catch on. Hello, Len Dawson. Len Dawson died 172 days before the Super Bowl last year, played for the Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs equals 172. He died on Kobe Bryant Day. Kobe from Philly. Kobe Bean Bryant, 54, dead the Sunday before Super Bowl 54. Kobe Bryant alone, 41, like Super Bowl. Again, dead at 41 on the Pope's 41st day of his age. But yeah, all this stuff's being done by the same people, by the same number patterns, you guys. I mean, and one of the numbers this guy wore was number 41. If you're new here, Gematria is very simple. It's the alphabetic order forwards and backwards, and forwards and backwards with numerology. Look at the Gematria of Baltimore. Baltimore's 95. The upcoming Super Bowl, February 11th, 2024, is on the 95th birthday of the Vatican. Baltimore is a very Catholic city. Baltimore's 41 in the same cipher as Super Bowl. Baltimore is 148. Today is 14/8. And we got a dead Raven again. Baltimore's 58, which is the upcoming Super Bowl number. And again, this is all based on the alphabetic order, forwards and backwards with numerology. Him being dead at age 28, that factors in two ways. The word kill itself has the gematria of 28. Maui's the exact same as kill in every cipher. Maui's a Hawaiian fire god. Maui just burned up by the code. If you missed the work on that, check it out. There's a lot to it. I mean, dead at 28 for unknown reasons. This happens a lot to stars. I mean, how many of us know people in our own lives that died at age 28 in their 20s? It happens all the time with these athletes, year after year. I'm just talking about it left and right. And again, all you football fans, recognize you're spending money on these leagues. You're paying for leagues that are connected again and again to the ritualistic death of the players that make the league. And that doesn't seem right. I don't know what moral system says you should support that. Not any that I've ever heard of. Remember what they did to John Madden? That new Madden video game is probably coming out pretty soon, right? Instead of millions of people out pounding pavement, getting out the word, you got millions of people at home playing video games. All the people going into the ball game, walking past all the homeless young people and don't want to think about their problems, just want to have fun watching the rigged game. Never mind that Alex Collins just died. We got a new running back anyway. He's even better. Sadly, that's the kind of mentality in a lot of these people's heads. Here we're saying, you see these patterns, these killer numbers that just keep happening, and then boom, next day, same thing. Next day, same thing. Next day, same thing. How many times have I talked about a dead football player in 83? How many times? I mean, it was just the other day I was just talking about this. Wasn't it Clark Haggans who died 83 days before the yeah, it was. Clark Haggans, who played for the Steelers and Niners, who died 83 days before the Niners-Steelers opened the season. Just over and over. All right, True Seeker. We'll leave it there for now. And thanks again to everyone who does support the work, who hits the like and the share, who buys my books, who does all those types of things. I'm hoping these books I'm about to finish, we'll get the funds back up so we can get back out pounding pavement.